I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even know. So, I feel like an idiot. I apologize. So, let's go back. Okay. So, what I was saying is not that one. I have so many tabs open. This channel, if you can, go follow this. Um, this channel's been doing really good solely because of the Bible readings that I've been doing on here. They've been picking up pretty good. I'm at 40 almost, so like I'm thinking by the end of next week I'll have a good portion of followers. I'll have 50 then, and then from there if I keep doing these shorts, I'll be at 100 in no time, man. Like that's what I'm that's what I'm surprised at. My gaming channel isn't even doing good. It's my Bible reading channel that's doing better than my gaming channel, which is incredibly great. And I started this after my gaming channel. So, my one thing I will say is I think reading a book actually is something that a lot of people like listening to, surprisingly. Um, so, you know, and I will say this. I looked at the percentage of viewers that are coming in, and the percentage of viewers is a little bit higher on so I have like almost 30% of my people watching me are female right now. And the thing is, I will say this, and this is just to guys. Okay, guys, if you do read books, read a book to a woman. She might actually really, really like it. I think that's a sign of. Like, and I've noticed it too. I've noticed that women actually do like me reading books. I don't know what it is, but I think that's something they don't talk about, but a lot of girls find that attractive when guys read books for some reason. I don't know. It's just something I've noticed for some reason. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing a Bible live stream later on today, so come by there. All right. So let's come over here and read. Let me see if I can get the screen to go smaller. There we go. All right. Oh, they actually have prices of everything. All right. GTA 6 price update outlined by Rockstar Games parent company. All right. With fans eagerly awaiting the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 in 2025, talks talk has already turned to how much the Rockstar title will be when it finally hits the shelves. This month was eagerly anticipated first Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, and also you can imagine it has pretty much broken the internet. What happened to my screen? Does Gabe Bible just randomly do that sometimes? Never mind. We'll read this. All right. Everyone is obsessed with the GTA 6 Bikini Girl. All right. So it doesn't matter that Rockstar Games teased the next generation in Grand Theft Auto last week. It's not important how incredible the trailer looked or how technologically stunning the game was revealed to be. No, all of that pales in comparison to real talking points. The GTA 6 Bikini Girl, she has become the most interesting thing about the trailer apparently, and people can't get enough of her. Is the Bikini Girl Lucia? Since the trailer dropped, social circles have been ableized with a ferocious debate in who the Bikini Girl is. Man, debate. Is the Bikini Girl the protagonist Lucia? There we go. Trailer. Everything's rolling in so slowly. I wonder what's going on. think I have too many ads up. Or too many tabs up. Let's click this out. Alright. In the trailer, we see the bikini girl appear from mere seconds as she whirls around in designer swim gear, gives a flick of her uh some I can't pronounce that animated hair and plants a hand on her hips. Admittedly, she bears a strong resemblance to the game's all-new main character, Lucia, but there are many fans of the franchise who weren't convinced. Yeah, looking at that and then seeing Lucia, that doesn't look like Lucia. That looks like somebody completely different. Because Lucia has a little bit darker skin. She's more of a lighter skinned person. Admittedly, she bears a strong resemblance. Okay. On YouTube, the reveal of Bikini Girl has become most replayed moment from the entire minute and a half trailer. It is not panoramic. It is it is not the panoramic shot of the city, the glimpses that we get at the game's major character, or densely packed small details, since it's Bikini Girl who everyone wants to see over and over again. Check out the trailer below. Okay, so I know who they're talking about, but no, that doesn't look like that's probably some random model you're gonna run into in the game. That doesn't look like Lucia, but all right. Excuse me. All right. Gotta love not having ad blockers. Sorry. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Is there anything interesting today? The day before, uh, removes video from its YouTube channel. What is going on with the internet today? My ad blocker's like, I turned it off because YouTube told me to turn it off, and now it's like acting up. The developers of the controversial online zombie survival shooter the day before has deleted some of the game's early trailers. This move comes following a disastrous PC launch that was greeted with thousands of negative reviews and complaints of undelivered features that were promised during the development. Prior to its December 7th release on Steam, the day before had consistently been the platform's most wish-listed game. However, $39.99 title has since become one of the most lowest rated game on the Valve-owned service, gathering more than 15,000 negative reviews as of writing. Players complained of poor performance and glitches at launch, but there was also outcry over developer fantastic failure to deliver on the game's promises. Now it seems like is that supposed to be fantastic? It's trying to scrub any evidence of these promises being made, as developer had reportedly deleted some of the day before's early trailer. Among deleted videos was the game's original 2021 announcement trailer for the Fant why? Unless that's how that's spelled. Fantastic official YouTube page DualShocker reported the teaser, which can still be viewed on YouTube through other channel, marketed the game as an open world survival MMO. Reality the day before lacks open world elements and instead plays like an extraction shooter akin to games like Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown. Hunt Showdown. So in a statement released prior to the day before leaving early access, Fantastic apologized for its past marketing efforts and asked gamers not to accuse the studio of scamming. Several people still expressed their support for Fantastic at the time, but it's apparent the developers has lost the trust of many of its backers following the day before's full release. The Fantastic has tried to make it up to players based quickly releasing an update to the day before that supposedly addressed some of the game's most critical issues and improvements. Performance, there's still no sign that the developer will actually try to turn the day before into an open world MMO zombie shooter that it was initially marketed as. Aside from failing to deliver on its promise, the day before has also been accused of copying trailers of popular open world games like Rockstar game Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, as well as CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077. Additionally, Fantastic faced criticism after the developer previously revealed on its website that it's operated by using the work volunteers. The company's full volunteers were paid, but the part-timers only received a cool reward, participation certification, and free codes as compensation, according to a Fantastic, which with such history of controversy surrounding it the day before, it's completely understandable for many people to think a Fantastic as being a shady entity. All right, Final Fantasy 16 PC port already has one system requirement decided. The PC version of Final Fantasy 16 will require a solid-state disk SSD. A senior Square Enix official has revealed this insight into upcoming ports was offered mere months after the Japanese gaming giant officially announced the PC version of Final Fantasy 16. The latest mainline entry in the long-running JRPG franchise has been touted as a timed PS5 exclusive, but even though the Final Fantasy 16 exclusivity deal with Sony is about to run out in December, the PC version of the game is still without concrete release date and certainly won't be coming out until 2024 at earliest. I don't know what's going on with that screen. Like, that's weird that you guys even just saw that flicker. And while the PC on RPG's first port ever is thus still going, Square Enix has already decided that the PC version of Final Fantasy XVI will require an SSD, elaborating on that decision in recent interviews of Famitsu's Final Fantasy XVI producer Nakao Yoshida explained that a game like this has an inherent hardware barrier when it comes to figuring out a way to bring it as many different PC configurations as possible. That's not to say Final Fantasy XVI won't be as optimized as possible, just that no amount of fine tuning can compensate for the relative lack of read speed when it comes to running a modern game heavily reliant on quickly loading a bunch of assets. Yoshida remarked, as a result, the official conclude that he would like for any prospective Final Fantasy XVI PC player to think of SSD as a must. Yoshida also confirmed that the exact minimum and recommendation PC system requirements for Final Fantasy XVI will be announced later at a later date once the port is closer to going gold. Alright, Square Enix is far from the first major game developer to start insisting on SSDs in recent times. Many AAA titles like Assassin's Creed Mirage, Alan Wake 2, Starfield have also launched with an SSD requirement throughout 2023, signaling that the era of ultra-budget PC gaming, built solely reliant on HDDs, is finally coming to an end. Even most of the recent PC releases that don't impose SSDs as hard requirements, such as Baldur's Gate 3, unsurprisingly have a slow loading time when played on a hard drive. Since both of the current generation consoles from Sony and Microsoft come equipped with a solid state disk hard drive, hard drive only rigs can hardly be considered as a modern PC. Nowadays, on the bright side, reliable gaming SSDs currently start at under 100 and can often be picked up for much cheaper than that. Well, I'm still making people. Alright, so I don't like this because I have a hard drive in my rig, and that's how I've been playing games lately. So if it doesn't run on a hard drive, I'm gonna have to consider buying an SSD, which is why I've been talking about lately just going back to console gaming instead of doing PC gaming all around, and getting like a cheap laptop ran by Windows and stream through that, and then have a camera connected to that as well. That's a more powerful camera than a PC camera. Um, but I'm gonna figure that out in the future. I might actually look into that and start going back to console gaming, because PC gaming does get expensive because they want you to because I'm looking at it from a standpoint now where I've had a PC for a while and I upgraded the graphics card, but the graphics card it it'll run Starfield, but it won't run Starfield to its to look the best. I don't know why, but it just looked awful when I was running it, and it was like even running like I don't know, visually it didn't look very good. So I don't know. Maybe it was just my TV. My TV's a little bit outdated too. Technically, this TV shouldn't even be connected to the PC. I don't know how old this TV is. I found it and I've been using it ever since. And you know, I've been using it ever since my other TV broke. So What a day. I'm gonna have to end up like restarting my computer, so I'll be back. Today's been one of those days that like I got up. I can't even see anything on my TV right now. That's how bad it is because my PC is like acting up on me. But I'll be back in like in a few minutes. Unfortunately, this happens quite a bit to me. So um yeah, we can just either out uh, I might just call it here because of the way everything's going right now. Like just you know I can't see anything on my PC screen right now, no matter what I do. Um, so I'm gonna have to restart the PC. I'll be back in a few minutes.